Welcome to Lighting for Profits.
All light, all light, all light.
Powered by Emery Allen. Here is your host, Ryan Lee.
All light, all light, all light. We got an awesome show lined up. I'm Ryan Lee, your host of Lighting for Profits, powered by Emery Allen. Today, we're doing an awesome recap. We're doing a recap of Light It Up Expo, which just happened, just finished up this last week in Orlando, Florida. So I guess that makes us the #1 landscape lighting show in Orlando. I think it does. So, by the way, just want to do a quick shout out to you. Thank you guys so much for stepping up. I've been begging for reviews for a long ass time now. And we were at like 90 something a week or two ago. And we passed 100. We got to 102. So that's pretty cool. I just want to celebrate. Pause for a second and thank you guys for the reviews. It's a milestone that I've been wanting to get to for a while. I don't know that it changes anything, but it feels cool. So thank you. We're up to 102, and doesn't mean that if you haven't left one, I'm still not going to ask one. So let's get to 110. Let's get to 150. Let's keep moving. So, but seriously, thank you guys so much for your support. Finished with Light It Up Expo, and I've got a panel of people that are going to join me today to kind of recap the good, the bad, the ugly, the late nights, the early mornings, whatever it was. And we're going to talk about their favorite parts of Light It Up Expo. So if you missed out, this is a good episode for you. And if you were a part of it, it's still going to be an awesome episode for you because you might be reminded of some things that happened or maybe that you didn't know happened late at night, maybe. So we'll be introducing our guests here shortly. But before I have them on, I want to take just a couple minutes. I'm not going to do my normal monologue, but the theme of Light It Up Expo this year was whatever it takes. And it was the theme because a lot of people are held back by their existing circumstance. And really, one thing that I really wanted everyone in attendance to realize that whatever got you here, the thought processes, the decisions, like all those things, the way you hire, the way you speak, the way you think, the way you take action, what got you here will not usually get you there, meaning where you want to go. And so there was a quote shared by Brandon Vaughn. And I think the quote, I'm not sure exactly who it was from, but I think it was from Thomas Jefferson that said, if you want something you have never had, you must be willing to do something you have never done. Right. And that was a really profound quote because it's just true. Right. And so in life, one of the things that you need to do is recognize that you have patterns, and your patterns have existed for a long, long time. But identifying that pattern in your life that is, it's good, like be grateful for it, but it's only gotten you here. And if you're wondering like, why can't I get to the next step? What's wrong with me? It's just because you haven't identified your pattern. And once you identify a pattern, you can break it. And when you break your existing pattern, you can create a new one. So this means like thinking differently. It means speaking differently, making decisions differently, and finally acting differently. And so honestly, like most people don't get what they want in life, mainly because they just stay the same person that they are today. And so in order to become that person that you really want to be, then you need to start acting differently. You need to start making decisions differently. And it can be challenging at first. One thing I wish someone would have told me years ago is price like who you want to be. Okay. And I feel like a lot of the speakers at Expo hit on different elements of this, but I always wondered like, how can I grow into this company? Like, how do these bigger companies do it? They have salespeople and they have a maintenance truck and they have all these different things. And it was like, well, duh, like they were acting differently. And so I started to price like who I wanted to be. I charged extra money and suddenly I had an extra 50, 60, 100K in my bank account. And now I could afford to hire and build a team. Right. And so again, it's challenging because at first it feels like imposter syndrome. You're acting like someone that you're not today, like who you want to be. But honestly, you have to do this. You have to rewire your belief system. And you need to reinvent yourself. You need to build this new identity and make decisions from the place of your future self, right? So again, kind of like my pricing example, like if you price like who you want to be, then suddenly you can afford to build the team that you know you should be, right? And so you got to start making decisions differently and realize that whatever got you here will not get you there, meaning where you want to go. So, and then the last piece is really just like whatever it takes. Like you're going to have to do something different. And don't give yourself a backup plan. Like there is no plan B because you're going to make plan A work. Cut off all existing options, burn the boats, I just see in so many people's lives and in their businesses that comfort is secretly killing their business and their dreams. And so I want to encourage all of you guys to get uncomfortable, like do the hard thing. And if it feels unnatural, like that's your indicator. If it feels uncomfortable, if you have fear, like you're doing something right because you're moving into this new identity. Instead of letting fear hold you back, use it as an indicator to know you're on the right track. So that's really all I wanted to share with you real quick because we got an awesome show lined up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it 5? Yeah, 5 amazing guests going to join me today. So before we have them on, where's my oh, there it is. Here we go. Hey, if you like callbacks, angry clients, and project do-overs, then hey, by all means, skip Emery Allen. But if you want your installs to look like $1 million so that you can make $1 million, well, then you know what to do. Emery Allen makes premium LED lamps for lighting professionals who demand the best. Don't settle for less. Upgrade your designs and installations today with Emery Allen. All you need to do is reach out to Jackson L at emeryallen.com to learn more and take advantage of their contractor pricing. That's a new email. Tom Garber is retired. He's probably on a boat somewhere. Don't email Tom. Email Jackson L at emeryallen.com. And don't forget to mention that you heard about him here on Lighting for Profits and get that discounted contractor pricing. A new email. Don't forget, Jackson L at emeryallen.com. Thank you, Emery Allen. Okay, guys, like I said, today we're going to talk all things Light It Up Expo. And it was just such an awesome experience last week. The attendees that showed up, they were vulnerable. They were ready to learn. The vendors were top notch. I mean, I had attendees walking up to me like, man, these vendors are amazing. Like, this is everyone I need to help me grow my business. And I was like, yeah, duh. But they were awesome. The educators, the trainers, the people who taught our pre-show classes, the speakers. We had a panel, an expert panel. We had our expert roundtables. All around, just such a good experience. So let's get our intro music on here and welcome our guests. What do you guys think? Should we do it? Even if you don't think we should, we're going to, because that's the show. Let's get them in the show here. Where are they at? Here we go. Welcome. Who do we have here? Let me see. I got to change my screen. We're going to do stuff. Do some things. Hold on 1 second. All right, guys. Welcome.
There we go.
Kenny Kaufman, Joel Mitchell, Kathleen Scheidel. I don't know how to say your last name, Kathleen. Was that close?
Scheitel, close enough.
Scheitel, just like I was saying. Tom Garber, Jackson.
I'm not retired.
Oh, hey, what's up, Tom? You're on the boat. And Jimmy Tompkins. What's up, guys?
What's going on? What's up, Brian?
What's up?
It's summer. All right. I'm really excited to have you guys on. The reason I selected you guys was because you guys are the platinum sponsors and the gold sponsors of Light It Up Expo. So first, I got to give some love to Tom Garber, to Emery Allen. They've basically sponsored everything since I was born. So thank you guys for stepping up and being a platinum sponsor. Thank you, Emery Allen. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, but thank you. Appreciate you and your whole team. And it was a great event last week.
Awesome. And also, Jimmy, thank you so much. Lights for Decorators, Omni, stepping up as a platinum sponsor as well. Really appreciate you, man.
Absolutely. It was it surpassed, I think, everybody's expectations. I know everybody here has that. We all have high expectations of you, Ryan. We have very high expectations.
Very
of you,
high.
And you delivered. So
that's good.
Absolutely.
Pretty impressive. I don't know if Kenny is going to be happy or not, but it is Kenny. So we'll make it.
He's hard to please.
He's hard to please.
Yeah.
Hey, someone's got someone in their background speaking. I don't know who it is.
Yeah. It's Kathleen.
That's me. Sorry.
You're in New York. Tell them to shut
I'm
that
always in trouble. It was always quiet. There was no one up here. It was quiet. I thought everybody left, and I don't know where they came from. They're all coming out of the woodwork.
Tell them to leave. You're in New York. You can tell them things like this.
You gotta get out. He's on the phone. I don't know what he's talking about. Do I have to relocate? I'll mute myself.
And then we've got Redwoods Landscape Lighting. We got Lighting Boss, and we got Thunder Lighting stepping up as gold sponsors. So listen, I really appreciate all of you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you.
Honestly, I don't know from an attendee standpoint. Like, I was busy working a lot of stuff behind the scenes, so I didn't get to enjoy it like I would have wanted to. Let's say that. But I will say this: like, I don't think attendees realize like how much impact every single one of you that's on this right now had on this experience, because these shows cost a lot of money, and like, there's just no way we could have pulled off what we did if we didn't have your support. So honestly, like, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate you guys stepping up. It just made the experience so much easier for us to over deliver, and honestly kept the prices down for attendees, because we would have had to charge a lot of money per person if you guys didn't step up. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah, man. You're welcome. We support it.
I love it. It's so cool. Basically, I had this idea years ago because I saw, wow, the landscape lighting industry is cool. It's my favorite one. Sorry, Jimmy. Sorry, Kathleen. Sorry, everybody else who
You're coming around. It's okay. We forgive you.
doesn't know the true light of landscape lighting, But I saw this opportunity because a lot of people were coming from holiday lighting, and then permanent lighting's blown up. And it's like, wait, why wouldn't you just have a business that does all three, right? And so it was really hard. If you wanted training, like, you could go to a specific manufacturer, you could go to a distributor, whatever it was, but it just wasn't the same because you just got the one thing. So it was really cool to see all three of these industries really collide and see how people responded, see how, again, like, the manufacturers, the distributors, how you guys are stepping up. So all around, really, really cool. I guess we'll start with, I don't have an order here. Tom Garber, we'll start with you in Jackson. What was your experience like at Light It Up? What were some of your highlights?
We've been to an awful lot of events over the years, but I gotta say that this was probably one of the strongest events that were put on, just from not only all of the vendors that were there, quality vendors, but of the attendees as well. Great group of attendees. It wasn't, there was a lot of fresh, new people there. I think, Ryan, you said that one of the intro to landscape lighting, there was like over 100 people in the classroom. So great qualified people, lots to learn, lots to take in, all the new technology, and there is, and all of the attendees were there just trying to soak up as much information as possible.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I was starting to get worried because, well, a few months ago, I was like, well, I don't even know if we're going to like sell this thing out. Like, what if we don't? Can you imagine like setting up the vendor booth space, but then only half the vendors show up? Like, I didn't really have a backup plan, And so I was like, all right, better make some more phone calls, right? But then all of a sudden, like, it started to catch fire, and like people like to procrastinate and get their tickets at the end. So like those the pre-show classes filled up. Jimmy, you were doing the permanent one. That one, I think you told me originally, like, let's keep it around 25. And then I was like, can we do 30? Can we do 35? Can we do 40?
And the air condition didn't work. For half of the day. It got hot in there, literally.
It was hot. Yeah, we packed it in.
Packed it in, though. It worked.
So that got full.
I cut the wires before you got in there.
Yeah, there was definitely some sabotage going on. Because that's weird. The landscape lighting class was just cool as ever. Just breezy, 66 degrees in there. I started telling people, they're like, well, do you think I can squeeze in? Because we were going to stop that one at 50, and then we went to 60, and then to 70. And I was like, I don't know, guys. I don't know how many I don't know if this is going to work. I said, show up, and if we'll get you in. And I think people actually showed up that didn't talk. They were just like, I heard it sold out, so I'm just going to show up. And there was literally standing room only, and then there's people sitting on the floor. So you got more chairs, and there was literally over 100 people in that landscape lighting one. And then in the advanced holiday lighting one, Luke Jensen, JC Chanowski were leading that off. It was just so cool. Like every class had more people in it than we originally even planned for. So that was cool to see everyone's desire to level up, get there a day early, not make excuses of like, well, if I go to that, I can't do this job or whatever. Like most people stayed all 4 days, which was pretty impressive. How about you, Jimmy? What was maybe something that was surprised you or big takeaway for you?
My big takeaway, well, not so much a takeaway, was just a reminder of how awesome our industry is and the people. We're vendors, we're competitors, right? We hate each other's guts, is what's painted on the outside. But it's cool. You get the right people with the right passion that share the same inspiration of why we do what we get to do and why we get paid to light stuff up. And it's truly a blessing, honestly. I love these people. I love the industry. I love the youth. I love the old vets sharing their wealth of knowledge. I love people that have hit it at high levels. People are aspiring to be the next big thing. But what's really cool is it is truly a community of like-minded people who have a passion of winning and success and motivation. And I can't get enough of it. I mean, I learn so much being at these events myself, just hearing what other people are doing and the obstacles. I mean, we're all fighting the same battles. We all might have a different house, a different car, a different product, a different this, but we're fighting the same battles. And when we come together and you put a room of a bunch of winners together, collaborating, talking, networking, we have fun, and that's contagious. And I come back from stuff like that just as motivated as the attendees, and I people on this call right now, right, look up to these people and value their relationships. And I couldn't say I'm prouder to be part of this amazing industry and the people that we got. So I love it. Absolutely love it.
Awesome, man. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff we planned for, it's like we choreographed like, okay, we want this to happen. And then we want this speaker to talk on this. And like, there was a lot of behind the scenes, like I said, choreography, but there's certain things you just can't make happen. There's certain things you just can't force. And like when we kicked that thing off at like, it was supposed to start at 2 the first day, people were already going around booths. They weren't even like set up yet at like noon. I mean, the energy was just freaking insane, and having just such amazing discussions. And I don't know, that stuff I couldn't have planned that at all. So that was you guys showing up and injecting that energy, and the attendees as well. So that was killer.
It's the people, though. Seriously, like everybody's hungry. Everybody wants to be great, and I think that's what's so cool about these events. Yeah, the vendor time's good. Yeah, the speakers are great, but man, just being able to just chit chat and talk off, it's amazing. I mean, standing around the bar, the table, wherever you're at, the fake Starbucks, whatever that place was. Like, what crazy good conversations pop up, no matter where you're at. I mean, it's awesome. So, yeah, kudos to everybody making it a success.
All right, Kathleen, how about you? Did we get him to get off the phone yet?
Not yet. And I'm texting him like, are you almost done? It sounds like he's wrapping up, but
is there no other phone in New York? Like that's the only phone he can get on?
It's so funny. It's always dead quiet here at this hour. I was here till 9:30 last night, not a sound from anyone. I don't know. So I don't know if you want to skip me and come back to me, or if you want me to just talk with my loud New York voice.
Yeah, talk with your loud New York voice.
All right. I agree a lot with what Jimmy said. Honestly, Ryan, thank you for having us this year. It was a lot of fun. Walking that floor, you just see so many people who are excited about the same things you do. You come back from a show like that completely pumped about what you do for a living, and you can't wait to interact with these people when you get back. I love the people that come find me that I've spoken to on the phone, and you get to put that face to a name and make that introduction. And absolutely walking around everywhere. You're in the elevator, the conversation is geared towards lighting. You're standing at the fake Starbucks, like Jimmy said, conversations geared towards light. It could be 4:00 in the morning over a beer and you're still talking about lighting. So I was definitely there for that. And it's a good time. I love it. So many people to learn from. I always say, if I don't have the answer, to a question somebody asks me, look at all these resources that I have, all these people.
I'm looking at the group right now. I'm like, I think So everyone kind of had their role to play. I kicked the event off. Jimmy, just gave a bunch of knowledge. Joel was basically like everyone's best friend, Tom basically just paid for the event, he financed it all. And then at the end of the night, like Kenny took everyone out for beers. And then Kathleen took over for it wasn't just the late night, it was the graveyard shift, Everyone played their part very well here.
It was always professional. Promise.
But Joel's got all the diplomas. Just saying.
Well, let's go to Joel. Joel, how about you, man? You've been a lot.
So selfishly, I love these events because my territory is so large, from basically Delaware down to Florida, that anytime I can get there and see just a large number of my customers, it's always awesome to be able to extend those relationships and build on those relationships. But then, like Jimmy said, you've got the other vendors in the room. It's nice to kind of go around and see what else is out there. Because I think in my breakout session, I told them, you might not sell a particular product, but you better know enough about it to sell against it. So to be educated on all the things that are out there. And then, like Tom said, there was a bunch of just new guys that came up and said, I've never put a fixture in the ground, don't know what I'm doing. Well, that's okay. Come on in. You're at the right place. Let's talk about what fixtures you can use. And now let's set up a time to where maybe we could come out and meet you on site, do some walkthroughs, and maybe help you on the install. I've already got 2 on-site visits for installs scheduled, trying to get a third out in Oklahoma. We just sold $6,000 worth of product yesterday to a new guy that has never done lights before. So we're gonna make it happen. And those are just great things that come out of this event that wouldn't happen otherwise. So it was a really nice event. I enjoyed it. Like everybody says, the best conversations are always the ones at the bar, because they just lead into everything, and you're throwing out tips and tricks, and everybody's chiming in. The guy that's not even in the conversation 10 people away, oh, well, you need to try this. So it's a great time, and always a good learning experience for everyone, no matter what your experience level.
So after hours at the bar, you guys are still talking business, still talking lighting. You're not just like horseback.
100%.
I was chewing a guy down because he refused to do maintenance programs. And I mean, he was getting the business because he's just leaving money out there.
1 a.m, you're verbally abusing people.
I'm like Kathleen. It was like 11:30. I got a bedtime.
I was in bed by 11:30 every night.
Yeah. We have a tracker. We have a GPS tracker on you now.
That's 11:30 a.m. is what she said.
All right. Kenny, how about you? Last but not least.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think everybody said it. I really love these types of meetings. And I said in one of my speeches or classes that I'd already been to five lighting events this year. This was my 5th anyway, and this was the best one I've been to as far as the group of people, the vendors. Like no other event I'd gone to had the who's who of landscape lighting vendors in the room. And then you've got such an eclectic group of landscape lighting guys you wouldn't even know. Like you walk around, this guy's doing a couple $1 million a year. This guy's doing, just getting in, but has great potential. It just runs the gambit. And I just can't get enough. Like I spend no time in my room. I feel guilty. Like if I'm not down there talking to everybody, networking, learning, helping. And dude, I still got the talk at 1 a.m. Some guy walks up and asks me a question. I'm like, are you sure, dude? I am 10 tequilas deep right now. And he's like, yeah, let's do this. I'm like, all right, we're doing it, And so, no, I loved it, and the vendors, the people think that, we wouldn't get along and that sort of thing. I had dinner with Kathleen one night, I had dinner with Joel one night. Jimmy blew me off the entire time we were there, but that's fine. I still love him.
That's not true. I tried to have a picnic with you and you didn't want to go.
No, that is true. That's not actually not true, but semi-true.
I think
Look
Both
at
of
Ryan using his chapstick.
these guys just play hard to get with each other. You know, it's like, let's do lunch. Oh, I'm busy. Let's do dinner. Oh, I'm busy. You know. Yeah, you know
Kenny
it.
even bought a transformer from me while we were there.
I stole it first. But then I did go back and pay for it.
Yeah.
I did the right thing. Doesn't matter what you do. It matters, how you handle it later.
I leave an IOU.
That transformer was missing for a minute though.
It was missing the whole second day.
We did have some theft. It started off with a transformer that we later found out was not stolen. It was borrowed out of the Lighting Boss booth. I started thinking, man, what kind of crowd did we invite?
Yeah.
I will say we do have one projector. I bought a brand new projector. I bought 4 brand new projectors for those breakout rooms, and one of them did walk off. So
Really?
someone in the lighting community is a terrible person.
Did you
deserves.
check Kenny's bag before you left?
Yeah, we should have.
I did not steal a projector. I promise I did not steal a projector.
He's got like his suitcase and like everything's normal, and then there's just like a square on the top of it.
Did the easel find a home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I was worried about the easel.
No, I buy one of those for every event, whether we use it or not, and then we give it away to whoever is standing around at the giveaway time.
I expected some light fixtures to get stolen because we had some left on a table, and none of our stuff got stolen. I guess it was because I was the only one stealing stuff.
How many fixtures did you steal from Lighting Boss? How many you got a transformer and what else?
That's all I got was a transformer.
Just a transformer.
I did pay for it.
He did pay for it. He got the bill. Well, I don't know. I hadn't checked the invoice. I don't know if he's
Check it
paid
right
yet.
now.
He got the invoice.
Bill is paid.
His card doesn't always work. Just saying.
It only
Jimmy,
can work at 1 a.m. when somebody's got to pay the bar bill. That's the only time it has to work.
Well, we should make people sign waivers. Like you said, if you're like 10 tequilas deep, I don't know that I want to have liability on like how you're telling them how to wire a transformer or do whatever.
It's on autopilot.
Bro,
Have
it's
you pulled
autopilot.
out some of those old systems? I mean, that might be an improvement still.
Jimmy, you shared something. It might have been today, yesterday, the day before. You had someone come to your class and shared a text with you or something like that. It was some type of win, or they sold a job or went and installed a job already right after your permanent class.
Yeah, we actually today there's another 3. So it's people take what they're learning in the classes and instantly applying it, and you're seeing that success, right? It's the application of what these people learn. And some people were like, oh, it's a cool idea, I'll think on it. And then some people are like, that's a great idea, I'm going to do it right now. And they're finding the win. So, yeah, I mean, you got guys out there like, Ramon out there, absolutely motivated, going out there selling 30 days in a row without spending $1 in marketing, right? Kind of doing stuff like that. So it's really cool when people, it's about effort, and I think a lot of people get in this industry and think it's glamorous and it's glitzy and it's beautiful and it's sexy and like, oh, work's just going to come to me because I'm really good. And then it doesn't work that way. You got to go get the work and you got to bring this opportunity to your client. So people that are taking that initiative and understanding and taking bias act just to do it, and they're winning. So I think from the class last week, I've already heard of 4 jobs that are sold. Actually, no, that's 5 jobs that are sold because there's 2 yesterday and 3 today. Of people coming back and applying it. So, gotta start somewhere.
So cool. That's what's so cool about everybody like on this call right now is everyone here sells something, but they're giving so much more than that product, right? Everyone on this call is giving away a massive amount of knowledge, helpful beyond their product line and that sort of thing. Like that's one of the things about our industry that I don't think is like every other industry is education past what we're selling. And I think it's super cool. Everybody on this call does some sort of education past what they're selling.
You're right. And you go to events like this and you level up. I do. I come back from these events, and especially this one, it really was awesome. I have to say, Ryan. So you do. You level up. You learn so much.
I didn't hear you say it. What did you say?
Ryan.
Yeah.
I think it's cool to really see people taking that action because you think about, I mean, we had awesome attendance. I don't know what the exact number. We had over like 270 people buy tickets. I don't know how many people showed up. There's still people that like they'll pay like for a full price ticket, they just don't show up. So I don't know how many like actually showed up. Right? We had leftover badges. I'm like, what's going on here? But you think about how many people didn't show up. I mean, when you look at the percentage of the people in that room, like they're like the 1%ers, right? But then you go a next level to those people who actually are just like, oh, that was cool. I feel good. I feel inspired. But then they go home and just kind of maybe they think a little bit differently. Maybe they level up a little bit. But the 1% of the 1% are those people that have already sold a job. They've already put out a job posting. They've already done some more interviews. They've already followed up with their existing clientele. They've already taken some type of action. And that's how you get the most out of this. Is there any other, like, I guess, what advice do you guys have for people that showed up? There was speakers, there was roundtables, there was expert panel. I mean, we had plenty of content, plenty of information. But how do you guys recommend people take that information and actually apply it?
Don't be afraid of what you don't know. I mean, you can look at it right here. There's plenty of people to fall back on. There was plenty of other people that are in the business that were there that you can find as like a mentor or something like that. But I had a guy call me yesterday. He turned down a wedding venue to do a bid because he didn't know how to do the cafe bistro lights. I was like, call him back right now. Call him back. Tell him we're going to bid it out. If we need to go there together, we'll bid it out. But yeah, there's a certain level of confidence that you have to have, and the new guys into the industry just don't have that confidence yet. But you don't need it. Let somebody else have the confidence for you. Kenny's best saying was, sell it and we'll figure it out. And I think it's a great thing to live by in business.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for me, one of the things, like, you see these guys, and especially some of them new in the lighting industry, and they are eyes glazed over. They got 17 pages of notes, right? And if I could just grab that guy and say, listen, you've got 50 action items there. I need you to pare it down to 3, or maybe even 1, to go like take 1 and build that one thing perfectly, or implement that one thing into your business perfectly, and then go to the next one. Or even better, what I used to do is build a calendar. So I would take the 20 things out of one of these, and then I would build a calendar, and I'd give myself a deadline on all of those. So I had a 10-day or 20-day or 50-day window to complete this task. And if you try to go back and do everything all at once, you'll do nothing. Like, there's just no way you can do it. But take the one thing that's most important that you took, implement that first, and then move from there.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. But I think the key there is the intention behind it.
So one thing that I'll add is that, this is a real
Sure,
tight-
Tom, this is your show.
Jimmy, were you talking? I'm sorry.
No,
I
it's
can't
all right.
hear you or Kathleen. Okay?
Go ahead.
Just
Let her rip.
Stop. Okay.
No, you go.
Tom, you're good. Jimmy doesn't matter. You paid more for the show than Jimmy. Yeah.
So this is a tight industry. The lighting industry is a very tight industry. You learn based on relationships. Where else are you going to get those relationships other than events like this? And, it's like, we have competitors come in and all of that. The boxing gloves come off at the door, and everybody's in there trying to do, their best, helping people out. And I do believe that, whether you're competitors, selling landscape lighting systems, or your vendors or whatever, we're there to help each other out. Not going to certainly disclose any, secrets or whatever, but if somebody had a question about, something technical or something about hanging fixtures or putting them in the ground or whatever, I mean, I really think that people miss out by not taking advantage of everybody that's there. So, great event.
Love it. Thanks, Tom.
Okay, Jimmy, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, so that was much more well said than what I was going to say anyway. So, but anyway, no, say was what Kenny was talking about, right? Take 3 things, apply them, put them on a schedule. It's exactly what I used to do. But my problem was sometimes my schedule would be a little bit more ambitious than the reality. And I would get to 90% or 92% and not get to 100%. So one thing is get over that hurdle. And then the other thing is be super intentional with why you're doing what you're doing. One thing I see is people go for these really lofty ambitions right out the gate, and they don't worry about their core business. They don't worry about, am I being profitable? Am I bidding my jobs right? Do I know what my overheads are? I mean, in my spiel there, I asked, how many people in here know what your burn is or know what your overheads are? And I literally think I couldn't really see, to be honest. Those lights were a bit bright. However, I believe there was like 5 people that raised their hands, right? You're not going to be able to, all these things are awesome, but if you don't take care of the foundation and then that of your business, you're gambling, right? So understand and get that foundation firm and build on that. Don't build on this dream of, I want to hit $10 million. I want to hit $10 million with a 50% profit or 30% profit, right? Understand what those goals are and really make sure there's intention behind what you're doing and why you're doing it. And there's a desired outcome and a result from that decision. So the application side of it's huge.
That's huge. And I used to be the guy that would be taking 17 pages of notes and be like, oh my gosh, this is all like such gold. I can't believe this. And then literally you get home and you open it up and you're like, shit, like where do I start? Right. So your guys' advice is definitely on point. Well, I think it was, I think I talked about this at the expo. I don't know. It was so long ago. It was last week, but talking about your constraints. And we all, in our personal lives and in our businesses, we all have a lot of different constraints, but there's always, if you unpack it and you start like digging it and pulling back, there's always one constraint that's holding you back really to get to the next level. And so, my example I use is like, people will be like, oh, I need more leads. I need more leads. Well, this is kind of a unique one because of course we all want more leads, but if you actually get what you want and get more leads, it could actually sabotage your entire business. Because now you're busier and less productive. Whereas what if your constraint is actually you just don't know how to close, or actually you know how to close, but you're not pricing where you need to be. So to talk to your point, Jimmy, about profitability, like it feels good to sell $1 million. It feels good to get to 2 million, right? But if you're not making any money, then why do you want more leads? Why do you want to get to 3 million if you're not making any money at 2, if you're not making any million or any money at 1? And so what we often think our constraint is actually ends up sabotaging us and actually makes it worse. So it's really important for people to like go through those notes, spend some time to cipher through and be like, okay, what is my top 5? And then, I'm going to go down to top 3. And then what's the one thing, if I solve this one thing, this is going to make the entire expo worth it. It's going to make my entire year worth it. And again, don't get 90% done with number 1. You have to complete number 1, whatever that number 1 constraint. You have to master it. You have to check it off before you can go on to number 2, before you can go on to number 3.
So what's your constraint, Ryan Lee?
My constraint in life, I just got to be.
Yeah, so many birthdays.
I think I had like 4 birthdays last week. Well, in business, I need to hire. So I need to hire multiple positions. And that's my constraint. I need to hire because we have an awesome team, but like, when we put on Light It Up Expo, that means that we're doing that, which means we're not doing something else. And so I've got like all these things mapped out that we want to get done with Landscape Lighting Secrets. Well, they're not going to get done if we're focused on Light It Up Expo. They might get done, but it might be a year from now instead of next month. So that's it's been fun. It's been fun running a lean team, but it's go time, and we've got a lot of the pieces of the puzzle figured out. But now I need to just hire more people that are better and smarter than me at certain positions.
Yeah, your team killed it though, man. Putting on an event that size is not easy. There were a ton of moving parts, things going on at the same time. it's not easy to put on an event like that. Your team did a great job.
They did. I agree. Great communication all around.
It's well
That's what-
organized.
Mhm.
Thank you guys. I seriously, I appreciate you guys saying that. They honestly killed it, you know, like, and that was our goal. It was like, okay, no matter what. And I told him, like, I don't care about money. Okay. Now we're finding out this week how much I care about money, right? But I was like, listen, we have to over deliver. Like, this is such a new show. Yeah, it's the second year, but like, we can't afford to burn a bridge. We can't afford to give someone a bad experience. So I said, I don't care how many people we get, as many people as we need. We need whatever the spend is for the food, the experience. Let's over communicate. If anything, I want a vendor coming to us saying, yeah, maybe you shouldn't have sent so many emails or texts or phone calls, right? Same thing with attendees. Like, let's just make sure that we over deliver for all the vendors, all the attendees, and beyond that, you know, the financials won't matter. So I appreciate you guys saying that, because they went all in and they were exhausted. I mean, it was early mornings, late nights, just making sure that everything was queued up. We had a lot of, as you guys know, moving pieces, converting this room to a bigger room, back to a smaller one, to projectors here, to round tables, to expo, all the different things. So yeah, they were phenomenal.
And you guys did deliver. Because last year there were a few things, right, that some constructive criticism from all of us. And I don't know, I feel like it was just, you guys blew it out of the water. Definitely for a second year, it was really, I'm already looking forward to next year.
Well, and we want all the feedback. Of course, it feels good to like get compliments, right? But even if there's just small things, like last year, it was hard because we partnered with another show. We were partnered with like Home Service Workshop, and there was just lots of things that we didn't have control over, whether it was certain decisions or we had involvement in the decision, but then not the execution or whatever it was. And so this year was like our first year to be like, no, this is all us, like good, bad, ugly, 100% accountability. If something goes wrong, when it goes wrong, that was on me, you know? And so, that's really what it's all about. We want feedback from everybody, all the attendees, all the vendors, pick it apart, you know, like honestly, because that's how we level up. That's how we get better too.
You know, it seemed like you really checked all the boxes when it came to not just putting everything together, but to the level that you did, right down to the name tags. I mean, the cards. You know, you didn't say "Hello, my name is" or anything like that. Those printed cards were great. It was a great idea to have the QR code on the back of it. So there's a lot of thought that went into, you know, every little detail, which I think made all the difference in the world.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
did like the bingo card. I thought that was a good idea.
I agree. I thought that was great. Everyone kind of had to
Something
come
to
by.
hang on
And
the
it
shelf.
What's that?
was good.
Something
Everyone
to hang
had
on
to
the
come
shelf rather than a card you'll throw away afterwards. Something you'll remember.
Mm-hmm.
How about those swag bags? What'd you guys think of those swag bags? I mean, tool kit carriers, whatever you want to call those.
by.
You know, we got more comments on the where is the bucket bag than anything.
They wanted
People have been
swag
using
bag.
the bucket bag for a while.
I love that bucket bag.
The swag bags were dope. My mom literally is still talking about those, Tom. Gosh, did you see these? These are crazy.
Oh,
Like, she
Candy
absolutely
was great.
thought those were like the coolest thing ever. I will say, you guys, the first event I ever did was a landscape lighting live, and it did not go like this. Okay. We didn't have name tags. I was like, oh yeah, we got to run to get name tags. And we picked those up at like Walgreens, and you just like sticker to your shirt. And then Tom's like, what about, I brought swag. Where are the swag bags? I'm like, swag bags? We need swag bags? And he went, where'd you go? You went to Walgreens too, didn't you?
I think I went to Target and I bought happy birthday bags and stuff like out of there. So we've come a long way.
Yeah, come a really long way. What'd you guys think about the MC? Richie T is on here.
I don't know how you do that job, but he did it well. Very well.
I don't know how you do it for multiple days.
Gosh.
He killed it.
I was way back in the corner. I couldn't hear.
He brought the energy, and last year I did it myself, and I was like, "Okay, that's not happening again." And
It's awesome.
so Richie was great. He got super involved. He was always making sure that the crowd was hyped and everything else. What did you guys think about the vendor breakouts? That was, every year I think we're going to try something, and if it works, we'll keep doing it. If it doesn't work, we take it away. Not everyone had a chance to do a vendor breakout because we only had limited time and space. But for those of you that did a vendor breakout, what do you think of that? Was it worth it? Should we keep doing it?
Can we work around lunch next time? Mine was right when they started lunch. So you can bring your food. It's fine.
Yeah.
Hold on, time out. Didn't you choose your spot?
I didn't choose anything.
Well, Ryan didn't want you to eat. Boss man.
Don't worry. I ate.
Listen, you could have, up to the food. You could have been like, do you want Ryan's boring food or do you want Lighting Boss food?
I was just going to push one of the stations into the room.
There you go. Start thinking outside the box. So not during lunch, or you guys step up and just do a better lunch.
Lunch was the food was pretty good though. Yeah, I like to eat. So that was food was impressive.
The food was good, but did you guys like the vendor breakouts that wasn't during the lunch hour?
Yeah, I thought mine was pretty good. We had like 30 people in there, but we could have gone a little longer. I think I picked a topic that really wasn't like 45-minute breakout.
Okay,
so could have gone a little longer. But I'll tell you, I did not get the One Love Social. Apparently hers went great because all I'm seeing on Facebook is all the people that were in her class tagging her and kind of stuff. So I'm like, man, maybe my class sucked.
No, I think she might have geared people to do that because they all said the same thing. So I saw that too as I'm scrolling through, and I was like, she must have been like, you should do
Must
this.
have been a competition, and look, she's the real winner. Someone else won, but she really won.
Well, you know what she did. So that was not a vendor breakout. That was during her speaking spot. And she's teaching people on like how you are your brand. Like you need to be the face of it. Like don't be afraid to post because your competition is going to pass you up in this, right? So she made it. She's like, hey, pull out your cameras, get someone next to you for confidence, like give each other a hug, whatever. Here's what to post to make it easy for them, and gave them like a template. Like this is it. This is all you got to do. And so obviously, they got exposure, but you guys saw, so did she. So not a bad way to hack that for you next year, guys.
Yeah. So maybe we're just not as smart as her.
Exactly. So we had the vendor breakouts. We had the expert panel. What did you guys think of the expert panel?
It's very good.
Great.
I like
I love town hall panels. I love this stuff. Questions coming from the
roundtables, all that.
Yeah, I think I want to do. I was like, man, I think that the expert panel was good. I feel like we almost need to do like another one of those somewhere, maybe one each day or something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the only thing about the expert panel, sometimes you had a really good mix of people, and not everybody has to answer every question. You can pick the right person to answer that question because of their background, and so when you can fire off a lot more questions when you don't have everybody answer that question. I think that might be one thing we could take back from that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Good point.
And then the roundtables, that was a little bit of a gamble. I was like, I think this is going to be awesome. I'm always worried, like as soon as we start selling tickets, people are like, well, where's the agenda? What time does it end on Friday? They always want to like get out of there. And I'm like, it ends when it ends. Like you can't leave that day, like if it ends on a Friday, you got to leave Saturday. And people are like, I know, but what time can I leave Friday? And I'm like, you don't, because you still are going out to dinner with everyone and you're still going to go party with Kathleen. Like that's part of the experience. You got to go get egg rolls at 2 a.m. and you're not going to get egg rolls at 2 a.m. if you leave.
It's true.
Exactly.
A lot of people stay till Saturday.
The roundtables though. So I had a roundtable, so I couldn't. Again, I'm like, why do I work so much? I want to go enjoy. I want to be an attendee one year, guys.
People were 3 and 4 back around your tables. It was cool to see.
I got a glimpse. I was looking around. I'm like, dude, this is awesome. There was people sitting, and then all of a sudden there was people standing.
Yeah. It was good.
I thought the roundtables were definitely good. We got to do those again, right?
Round tables are always good.
Definitely good. Yeah, and I think putting them at the end was a good idea. It's kind of like a wrap up because guys took questions to the roundtable they've been grabbing the whole week.
Yeah.
Which was really good. And I pushed in the roundtables later. They were 2 hours, which I did not realize. And I walked to my table having to pee. That was painful.
Hey, it's all about whatever it takes, Kenny.
I know.
You
Well,
know,
I suffered through that one.
I have to go now.
no, you don't. You're going to do hard things.
I was like, I have to wait until this is over. I can't leave.
We're definitely going long now.
Oh,
It's
man.
only a 2-hour show today.
Let's go.
All right. What else? Anything else that you guys want to share about, your experience or any other wins or people that you met or surprises, anything like that before we wrap up?
I'm curious to know where it is next year.
Vegas, not Vegas. Vegas, not Vegas.
I heard it was Key West.
Where do you guys want it?
Oh, my goodness.
It's
Let's
hard
vote.
to throw an event in a large event in a lot of places. Orlando's so easy, but like you're not going to be able to do Utah for that, right?
Orlando, Nashville, Vegas. Easiest, cheapest places to get to with all the meeting space in the world.
Wherever you decide, we'll be there.
Oh, I love it. I don't know. Like the truth is we don't have it picked out yet. So like
You need a minute to breathe after that.
there's no, well, yeah, we were trying to get it. One day when we grow up, we're going to be able to plan 2 events so that we can like tell people like the last part of the last day, like, look, it's in wherever it is. I can pretty much tell you it's not going to be in Los Angeles. Sorry. Love you. Bye. Sorry, Ryan.
The Lightapalooza venue wasn't that bad.
It was, yeah,
It was pretty good. I mean, it's a good venue.
yeah. So, yeah, that was Austin. I did throw out a Scottsdale Phoenix play. Look at people are like, oh yeah, hey Trevor. Oh, how about Myrtle
Yeah.
Beach? They don't have to travel anywhere. That's weird.
Yeah, Myrtle Beach would be fine with me.
He's not very commented.
We are not doing Myrtle Beach. Come on.
Kenny's-
It's
everything.
an easy 2-hour drive. I'll
I
take
feel
it.
like everything closes at 9.
Yeah.
In Myrtle Beach,
I don't know.
we have to do something where you guys can stay out till at least 4, maybe 5. I mean, that's the only way to put on a successful show.
The Scottsdale was fun when we were at OLP a few years ago. So that
Scottsdale's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone told me they go, I got to reach out to this guy. He's like an event planner. I'm like, all right, I think we're hiring you. But he lives in Scottsdale. And he's like, yeah, it's going to be more money though. Like the hotels were only like $150 or $180 a night or something like that in Orlando. And we definitely think of that because the last thing we want, someone buys a ticket and they're like, damn, I didn't know it was $400 a night for the hotel at this really cool place. But most people don't want to spend that,
That's the problem in Nashville too. Like I love Nashville for a conference, but $350 a night kind of situation.
You know what wasn't bad was Indy. That was pretty fun.
Indy was great. And
Yeah. It was
they got scooters.
yeah, they do have everybody wrecked.
Yeah.
Kenny, what's the extent of your drive with the trailer? How many hours until you cut it off?
Bro, I'll put that trailer wherever we go. I'm bringing the house.
It just needs to be somewhere warm in February, early March.
Agreed.
All right. So it's not Utah.
No.
Not New York.
What do you guys think of the time of the year? Is end of February, early March? Is that the time to do it?
Works for
That's
us.
the best time to do it.
Yeah, it could even be a little earlier if you wanted.
Yeah, I was about to say get it right between that Christmas takedown before spring rush hits.
It's perfect.
Like
Yes.
first week of February? Last week of January?
Second, third week in February, maybe.
February was good. February, March.
The challenge is there's lots of other shows we're trying to plan around.
Yeah.
Yes. Last year, I think you collided with something.
Transworld.
every show
Parents were all good.
possible was happening on the exact same.
It was. It really was last year.
Yeah, it's been a rough 5 weeks, I tell you that.
You're not wrong. I don't think I've been home at all.
Yeah, because we got to, obviously we have like, okay, we want to make sure like attendees are going to show up, but you guys, like you said, it's been a rough 5 weeks, so we want to make sure that we're doing it at a time where the vendors are going to show up and want to over deliver too. So
this was perfect.
Yeah, but we know that's the time. I mean, if you do it I'd rather have the attendees show up and us just force ourselves to be there than be the other way around and the attendees can't show up because it's the busy season.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, we'll make it happen.
Yeah. Plus, by the time I get to your event, I'm in fighting shape, baby. I'm ready to roll. Like I'm already done this for 5 weeks. I'm in good shape. I need some of the other events to test my skills,
all right, so yeah, we don't know. We'll decide here in the next 11 months where it's going to be and what the date is going to be.
Don't do that.
See how that goes over with some people.
Really.
What, Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day weekend or week.
Divorce rate spike.
Hey, some of the best marriages need a break every once in a while, Now it's going to be we will of course pick a good location where we think we're going to get the most amount of people. I am leaning to want to do something different than Orlando just because we did that the last couple of years, but at the same time like you said, flights, hotels, it's kind of easy to do. So not ruling anything out. It is hard because when you go to plan these things, some of the hotels, like when you go to book a hotel, they'll be booked out like 3 years in advance. But then if we pick a date and then you're waiting on another event to like Trans World, last year we didn't even know their dates until we'd already locked ours in. Like you do kind of roll the dice sometimes because they haven't announced all their dates yet. So we'll do our best. Hopefully we don't overlap any other shows so people don't have to decide one over the other. But if they do, we know there's one that you want to choose, right? All right, guys. Well, I think we'll wrap it up there. Really appreciate you guys. Seriously, like so much. I appreciate everybody. We had so many epic vendors, so many amazing sponsors, the teachers, the educators, the coaches, the roundtables. You guys were our top sponsors. So seriously, I appreciate you guys stepping up in a major, major way, not just for me, not just for Light Up Expo, but really what you're doing is stepping up for the community. And I can just tell you, like, we heard so many positive things about this event. All of us are changing lives. Like we're literally changing, like John Van said on one of the videos, I think you'll see this testimonial come out soon where he's like, man, it not only changed my life and my kids' lives, but I think it changed my grandkids' lives. And so it kind of sounds like, well, I thought we were talking outdoor lighting and design and install and all this stuff and, CRI, whatever. Like, no, like we're literally changing people's lives, giving them opportunities to make more money, make more impact. And that's what this is about. So like I said, from the bottom of my heart, I'm just extremely grateful for everyone for really going all in, being vulnerable, putting it all out there. I mean, you guys went hard every single day past midnight into the wee hours and still showed up bright and early every single day, over delivered for everybody. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
man. Thank you.
We appreciate you. I like how you spend your time evenly across all your vendors and stuff too. You definitely make sure you get in front of everybody, and it's cool to see you everywhere.
Trying to.
Good.
All right, guys, have an awesome week, and we'll be announcing soon within the next 11 months when the next Light It Up Expo is. So, thank you, guys. Appreciate you all.
Hi.
Thank you.
All right, guys, take it easy. Have a good one. We'll see you next week.
See you later.